Aubrey had always been a hopeless romantic. Living in the bustling city of Chicago, she believed that somewhere out there, her perfect match was waiting for her. Friends had urged her to try online dating, and after much persuasion, she finally created a Tinder profile. With high hopes and butterflies in her stomach, she started swiping. One night, as Aubrey was about to give up on another round of uninspiring profiles, she came across Jason. His bio was witty, his photos were charming, and he seemed to share many of her interests. They matched instantly, and their conversation flowed effortlessly. Jason was a software developer who loved hiking and was an avid reader of mystery novels. Aubrey felt an immediate connection. After a week of intense texting, Jason suggested they meet in person. Aubrey, feeling an unusual sense of trust, agreed. They decided on a trendy cafe downtown. The day of the date, Aubrey spent hours getting ready, her excitement mixed with a hint of nervousness. As she arrived at the cafe, she spotted Jason sitting at a corner table, a warm smile spreading across his face as he saw her. Their date went better than Aubrey could have imagined. Jason was even more charming in person, and they spent hours talking and laughing. It felt like they had known each other for years. By the end of the night, Aubrey was smitten. Over the next few weeks, Aubrey and Jason saw each other regularly. He introduced her to new places in the city, took her hiking in the nearby forests, and they spent cozy nights reading together. Aubrey couldn't believe her luck. Jason was everything she had ever wanted in a partner. However, as their relationship progressed, she noticed small, unsettling details. Jason was always vague about his past, changing the subject whenever she asked about his family or previous relationships. He also had a habit of disappearing for days without any explanation, only to return with a flimsy excuse. Aubrey's friends expressed concern, but she brushed it off, convinced that Jason was just a private person. One evening, while Jason was out of town for work, Aubrey decided to surprise him by cleaning his apartment. She had never been there alone before, and as she tidied up, she found a locked drawer in his desk. Curiosity got the better of her, and she searched for the key. Hidden behind some books, she found it. Her hands trembled as she opened the drawer. Inside, she discovered a collection of photographs and newspaper clippings. The photos were of different women, all with similar features to her. The newspaper articles detailed a series of unsolved murders in various cities. Aubrey's heart raced as she realized that the women in the photos were the victims. Each article described how the women had met their killer through online dating apps. The more she read, the more she recognized a chilling pattern. All the victims had dated a man who matched Jason's description. Terrified, Aubrey snapped photos of everything and hurriedly left Jason's apartment. She went straight to the police, handing over the evidence and explaining her suspicions. The officers took her seriously and began an investigation. Aubrey couldn't sleep that night. Every noise outside her window made her jump, and she constantly checked her phone for updates from the police. Early the next morning, she received a call. The police had located Jason in a nearby motel. He had been using a fake identity and was wanted in several states for similar crimes. He had a history of preying on women through dating apps, gaining their trust before turning violent. Jason was arrested, and the evidence Aubrey had found was crucial in linking him to the previous murders. The media dubbed him the Tinder Terror, and his face was plastered across news channels and newspapers. Aubrey struggled to process everything. The man she had fallen for was a cold-blooded killer. The realization was shattering. As the trial approached, Aubrey decided to attend, determined to see justice served. The courtroom was packed with reporters and families of the victims. Jason's demeanor was chillingly calm as the prosecution laid out the case against him. Aubrey's testimony was pivotal, and though it was painful to relive the details, she knew it was necessary. During the trial, more horrifying details emerged about Jason's past. He had been a master manipulator, using his charm to deceive and ensnare his victims. The defense tried to argue for his mental instability, but the overwhelming evidence and testimonies left no doubt about his guilt. After weeks of intense proceedings, the jury found Jason guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. As the verdict was read, a sense of relief washed over Aubrey. Justice had been served, and the nightmare was finally over. In the months that followed, Aubrey struggled to rebuild her life. The trauma of her experience lingered, and she found it hard to trust again. She sought therapy and leaned on her friends for support. Slowly, she began to heal. Aubrey decided to use her experience to help others. She started a blog, sharing her story and raising awareness about the dangers of online dating. She collaborated with organizations to promote safety and caution for those looking for love online. Her blog gained a significant following, and many reached out to thank her for her bravery and for helping them avoid similar dangers. As time passed, Aubrey found strength in her mission. She realized that while her encounter with Jason was a dark chapter in her life, it did not define her. She had the power to turn her trauma into a force for good, helping others navigate the complex world of online dating with caution and awareness. Years later, Aubrey met someone new. Their relationship developed slowly, built on trust and openness. Though the scars from her past remained, she had learned to move forward, never forgetting the lessons she had learned. Aubrey's journey was a testament to resilience and the enduring power of hope. In the end, Aubrey found love and happiness again, proving that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of light. Her story became a beacon of hope for many, a reminder that one can survive, heal, and thrive, no matter how terrifying the ordeal.